She walked to the store yesterday. She walked to the store yesterday. She walks to the store every day. She walks to the store every day. He talked to his friend on the phone. He talked to his friend on the phone. He talks to his friend on the phone. He talks to his friend on the phone. They played soccer in the park. They played soccer in the park. They play soccer in the park. They play soccer in the park. I worked until late last night. I worked until late last night. I work until late every night. I work until late every night. The dog barked at the mailman. The dog barked at the mailman. The dog barks at the mailman. The dog barks at the mailman. We watched a movie last weekend. We watched a movie last weekend. We watch a movie every weekend. We watch a movie every weekend. The children laughed at the joke. The children laughed at the joke. The children laugh at the joke. The children laugh at the joke. She danced beautifully at the recital. She danced beautifully at the recital. She dances beautifully at every recital. She dances beautifully at every recital. He cooked dinner for his family. He cooked dinner for his family. He cooks dinner for his family. He cooks dinner for his family. The cat jumped onto the counter. The cat jumped onto the counter. The cat jumps onto the counter. The cat jumps onto the counter. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. The teacher explained the lesson clearly. The teacher explains the lesson clearly. The teacher explains the lesson clearly. I cleaned my room before going out. I cleaned my room before going out. I clean my room before going out. I clean my room before going out. The bird flew across the sky. The bird flew across the sky. The bird flies across the sky. We visited our grandparents last month. We visited our grandparents last month. We visit our grandparents every month. We visit our grandparents every month. She practiced piano for 2 hours. She practiced piano for 2 hours. She practices piano for 2 hours. She practices piano for 2 hours. He fixed the broken chair last week. He fixed the broken chair last week. He fixes the broken chair whenever needed. He fixes the broken chair whenever needed. The sun shined brightly that day. The sun shined brightly that day. The sun shines brightly every day. The sun shines brightly every day. The flowers bloomed in spring. The flowers bloomed in spring. The flowers bloom in spring. The flowers bloom in spring. I answered all the questions correctly. I answered all the questions correctly. I answer all the questions correctly. I answer all the questions correctly. They moved to a new house last year. They moved to a new house last year. They moved to a new house this year. They moved to a new house this year. She painted a beautiful landscape. She painted a beautiful landscape. She paints beautiful landscapes. She paints beautiful landscapes. He opened the door for the guests. He opened the door for the guests. He opens the door for the guests. He opens the door for the guests. The rain stopped by noon. The rain stopped by noon. The rain stops by noon. The rain stops by noon. We learned a valuable lesson that day. We learned a valuable lesson that day. We learn a valuable lesson every day. We learn a valuable lesson every day. The wind blew strongly all night. The wind blew strongly all night. The wind blows strongly at night. The wind blows strongly at night. She smiled at the compliment. She smiled at the compliment. She smiles at the compliment. She smiles at the compliment. He asked an interesting question. He asked an interesting question. He asks interesting questions. He asks interesting questions. I carried the heavy box upstairs. I carried the heavy box upstairs. I carry the heavy box upstairs. I carry the heavy box upstairs. They followed the map to the destination. They followed the map to the destination. They follow the map to the destination. They follow the map to the destination. The baby crawled across the floor. The baby crawled across the floor. The baby crawls across the floor. The baby crawls across the floor. She waited patiently for her turn. She waited patiently for her turn. She waits patiently for her turn. She waits patiently for her turn. He served delicious food at the party. He served delicious food at the party. He serves delicious food at parties. He serves delicious food at parties. The river flowed peacefully through the valley. The river flowed peacefully through the valley. The river flows peacefully through the valley. The river flows peacefully through the valley. We finished our homework before dinner. We finished our homework before dinner. We finish our homework before dinner. We finish our homework before dinner. The clock ticked loudly in the quiet room. The clock ticked loudly in the quiet room. The clock ticks loudly in the quiet room. The clock ticks loudly in the quiet room. She changed her mind at the last minute. She changed her mind at the last minute. She changes her mind at the last minute. She changes her mind at the last minute. He called his mother every Sunday. He called his mother every Sunday. He calls his mother every Sunday. He calls his mother every Sunday. I planted new flowers in the garden. I planted new flowers in the garden. I plant new flowers in the garden. I plant new flowers in the garden. They rented a cabin for the weekend. They rented a cabin for the weekend. They rent a cabin for the weekend. They rent a cabin for the weekend. The audience clapped enthusiastically after the performance. The audience clapped enthusiastically after the performance. The audience claps enthusiastically after the performance. The audience claps enthusiastically after the performance. She showed great improvement in her skills. She showed great improvement in her skills. She shows great improvement in her skills. She shows great improvement in her skills. He searched for his lost keys everywhere. He searched for his lost keys everywhere. He searches for his lost keys everywhere. He searches for his lost keys everywhere. The movie started at 7 o'clock. The movie started at 7 o'clock. The movie starts at 7 o'clock. The movie starts at 7 o'clock. We agreed on the terms of the contract. We agreed on the terms of the contract. We agree on the terms of the contract. We agree on the terms of the contract. The leaves changed color in autumn. The leaves changed color in autumn. The leaves change color in autumn. The leaves change color in autumn. She tried her best in the competition. She tried her best in the competition. She tries her best in the competition. She tries her best in the competition. He traveled to many countries last year. He traveled to many countries last year. He travels to many countries this year. He travels to many countries this year. I baked a chocolate cake for the party. I baked a chocolate cake for the party. I bake a chocolate cake for the party. I bake a chocolate cake for the party. They cheered loudly for their team. They cheered loudly for their team. They cheer loudly for their team. They cheer loudly for their team. The light flickered before going out. The light flickered before going out. The light flickers before going out. The light flickers before going out. She helped her friend with the project. She helped her friend with the project. She helps her friend with the project. She helps her friend with the project. He collected rare stamps as a hobby. He collected rare stamps as a hobby. He collects rare stamps as a hobby. He collects rare stamps as a hobby. The computer crashed while I was working. The computer crashed while I was working. The computer crashes while I am working. The computer crashes while I am working. We celebrated his birthday last weekend. We celebrated his birthday last weekend. We celebrate his birthday this weekend. We celebrate his birthday this weekend. The car stopped suddenly at the intersection. The car stopped suddenly at the intersection. The car stops suddenly at the intersection. The car stops suddenly at the intersection. She received an award for her achievements. She received an award for her achievements. She receives an award for her achievements. She receives an award for her achievements. He belonged to the local chess club. He belonged to the local chess club. He belongs to the local chess club. He belongs to the local chess club. I studied for the exam all night. I studied for the exam all night. I study for the exam all night. I study for the exam all night. They danced until midnight at the party. They danced until midnight at the party. They dance until midnight at the party. They dance until midnight at the party. The snow melted quickly under the sun. The snow melted quickly under the sun. The snow melts quickly under the sun. The snow melts quickly under the sun. She arrived early for the meeting. She arrived early for the meeting. She arrives early for the meeting. She arrives early for the meeting. He walked the dog every morning. He walked the dog every morning. He walks the dog every morning. He walks the dog every morning. The store closed at 9 o'clock. The store closed at 9 o'clock. The store closes at 9 o'clock. The store closes at 9 o'clock. We saved money for our vacation. We saved money for our vacation. We save money for our vacation. We save money for our vacation. The children played in the snow. The children played in the snow. The children play in the snow. The children play in the snow. She completed the project ahead of schedule. She completed the project ahead of schedule. She completes the project ahead of schedule. She completes the project ahead of schedule. He added salt to the soup. He added salt to the soup. He adds salt to the soup. He adds salt to the soup. I passed the driving test on my first attempt. I passed the driving test on my first attempt. I passed the driving test on my first attempt. I passed the driving test on my first attempt. They accepted the invitation to dinner. They accepted the invitation to dinner. They accept the invitation to dinner. They accept the invitation to dinner. The plane landed safely at the airport. The plane landed safely at the airport. The plane lands safely at the airport. The plane lands safely at the airport. She shared her lunch with a friend. She shared her lunch with a friend. She shares her lunch with a friend. She shares her lunch with a friend. He returned the book to the library. He returned the book to the library. He returns the book to the library. He returns the book to the library. The meeting lasted for 2 hours. The meeting lasted for 2 hours. The meeting lasts for 2 hours. The meeting lasts for 2 hours. We adopted a puppy from the shelter. We adopted a puppy from the shelter. We adopt a puppy from the shelter. We adopt a puppy from the shelter. The phone rang in the middle of the night. The phone rang in the middle of the night. The phone rings in the middle of the night. The phone rings in the middle of the night. She climbed to the top of the mountain. She climbed to the top of the mountain. She climbs to the top of the mountain. She climbs to the top of the mountain. He mentioned the problem during the meeting. He mentioned the problem during the meeting. He mentions the problem during the meeting. He mentions the problem during the meeting. I noticed a mistake in the report. I noticed a mistake in the report. I notice a mistake in the report. I notice a mistake in the report.